Hey everybody, I am Chris Thompson from Mike Mandel Hypnosis. This is
Mike Mandel from Mike Mandel Hypnosis.
We wanted to do a video on something that we call ADAC, A-D-A-C. It is 4 steps that you can use to change your life or somebody else's. Now, before we get into it, we need to credit where this came from.
Right. We got this from John Overdurf, amazing NLP and hypnosis trainer, wrote Training Trances with Julie Silverthorne. And Overdurf has the reputation of being brilliant. He has crystallized many, many patterns into one thing that he calls the meta pattern, which is the secret behind a lot of change work. And we call it ADAC because it's really easy to remember. And the letters.
And it kind of sounds like AC/DC.
It sort of sounds like AC/DC, yeah. ADAC, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. ADAC,
What did he stand
ACDC,
for?
Highway to Hell, Back in Black,
Right.
all that awesome stuff. Okay, so let's break it down. ADAC stands for, I'll just give you the acronym. We can put it on the screen here through the magic of editing, and then you can talk about each step. And then we'll do a quick demo of it. So the first A is activate. We'll explain what that means in a moment. Then the next is D, is dissociate. Then the next A is associate. And finally, C stands for collapse.
Nice.
Now, you can use this content free, or you can use it when the therapist or change agent knows what the problem is. It doesn't really matter. But let's actually go through what ADAC, what those steps mean.
Okay.
Then we'll talk about SUDS and do a demonstration of the process.
Okay. Well, the steps are, first of all, activate means whatever the bad state is. Let's say every time they think of their boss, they get nervous, or every time they go over a bridge, they're freaked out. Whatever it is, you want them to activate that state, feel a bit of it in their physical body. So you can say something like, so tomorrow morning when you see your boss and you're face to face, go there in your mind, the person, yeah, how do you feel? Where do you feel it? I don't feel very good. You're activating the thing that you want to change. And that's why that's crucial.
Now, it can be something that they're worried about, like that next meeting with their boss, or it could also be a habit, like they open the cabinet and they see the junk food that they are compelled to eat every night, and they're trying to lose weight, but they're not. And so the action of, you're activating that opening the cabinet emotionally, you're activating the neural circuitry in their brain that represents the problem.
And that's really an important point that Chris brought up, because all of this is based on neuroscience. It isn't suggestion. You're not trying to convince someone of something. You're actually changing the brain with this, and that's why it's so powerful. And that moves us to step 2, which is dissociate.
So we've activated by associating into a problem state. Now we want to dissociate from that.
Right, and the way you dissociate is you imagine you're outside the situation. You can, if you're feeling that you're in a bad position in life, if you imagine that you step out of that picture and all it contains, you've now dissociated from it. And I've helped people with fear of flying who simply, when they're in a plane, it starts getting bumpy, they imagine they dissociate and they're flying above the plane and seeing themselves sitting down in the seat there. Instantly, the emotions turn way down when we dissociate.
Right, so we can simply dissociate by imagining that it's no longer in our body, it's over there somewhere. We'll do a demo like we said in a moment. So once we've done that, now we want to associate into something different, not
a powerful
the problem,
state.
Right?
We create a brand new powerful state or activate an old one at this point. We associate into something good. So the person's felt the bad feelings, they've activated, they've dissociated from it, pushed it outside them, and now they're going to associate into a powerful state. We can change their breathing or say, who do you love most in the world? Feel how much you love that person. Now they're in a powerful state. We keep them in it and go to step 4.
Right, and keep in mind the importance here of imagination, because the client is involved in this process, or if you're doing it on yourself, you're involved. So you're using your imagination, which is a key to a lot of this.
Yes.
So that 4th step, C, is collapse. So what does that mean?
Combine. The idea is they're staying in this associated power state and they've dissociated from the bad thing, put it over there. Now, it's hard to change things directly when you're feeling them, but to imagine you take them out, change them on the outside, and then bring them back in has a profound effect, and it's very easy to do. To collapse it means keep them in their powerful state as they look at, in their imagination, the thing they've dissociated from, and staying in this powerful state, look at that and notice how it's changed.
Nice.
You are bringing a resource, connecting it in your brain neurologically to the problem state. It, as Melissa Tiers, our dear friend, says, it's impossible for it to not change.
Right. Okay, so now before we jump into the demo, let's talk about labeling the problem, because that's obviously important, and also the idea of SUD, subjective units of distress.
Okay, so we're going to ask the subject what they are calling the problem. And again, they can do it in the privacy of their own mind. The key is they must come up with the term, either one word or a short phrase. They might say idiocy or whatever, and that's what it means to them. So you don't interpret, oh, okay, stupidity. No, leave it what they say, and that's the state they have to feel initially. They come up with it, and when they activate this, we say, oh, that feeling, you know, when your brain gets scattered, you call it idiocy. Feel a bit of it now. How bad can you make it right now out of 10, with 0 being none and 10 being as bad as it could possibly be?
Yeah. There we go. So you got to get those SUDS numbers, and you got to get a real number, right?
Distress.
The client will often give you not a number. They'll say, "Oh, I can make it bad." You have to get them to give you an actual number, because that is our calibration of our baseline of how bad they can make it here and now when they imagine it. And then when we change things through the ADAC process that we just described, we can check in with them after each round and go, "Oh, well, where's that change?"
Yeah, it was an 8 out of 10, then it was a 4, and now it's only a 1.
Yeah.
And that's it. So subjective units of distress, SUDS, you want to get them to feel it. And then when they dissociate from the problem, they're not feeling it at that time, you get them in a powerful state, crunch them together, collapse them, and instantly the SUDS will drop, and you're going to again say, what is the number now? And they'll probably say to you, oh, it's not as bad. No, what is the number? As Chris said, you have to get the number.
All right, let's do it. Let's do a demo. And here's what we're going to do, okay? So when we're thinking about problems, and this is great to use on everyday problems. If you're an experienced therapist, hypnotist, you can do this on more complex stuff. But for now, use this on something really simple. Here's the simple one.
All right.
My wife went to Costco and bought this big box of cinnamon buns.
Is this true?
Oh, yeah, they're up in the kitchen right now. And they're sitting there. And the last 3 nights in a row.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I avoid most of this stuff. But they were sitting there, and I happened to be working a little later into the evening.
Why not have a cinnamon?
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Usually I find that if I don't go to bed by 10, I'm up working, I may as well have a little snack. And then anything easy will be much more natural to just end up in my mouth. Okay, so cinnamon rolls or cinnamon buns, that's the word I'm going to use.
Yeah.
Cinnamon buns. And what the change I want is to just see them on the counter and be like, I don't care.
Okay, so let's walk them through. So first we're going to activate that. Chris, go back to seeing the cinnamon buns in the nice box there, how fresh they look, cinnamony. And so how strong can you make that desire for them out of 10, with 10 being out of control and 0 being nothing?
Okay, so I'm helping Mike out here, and I'm going to go and I'm going to associate or activate into last night when I stood there and I saw them and I thought, don't mind if I do, right?
Right, free country.
I can get up to about an 8.
Are you serious? Yeah, you really like those.
Yeah, you can see I'm salivating.
Yeah. Put melted butter on them. You ever do that?
It's like frosting, and you put it in the micro. Oh, that'll even. You put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. It gets all warm.
Forget the ADAC. I think you should just go and have a couple.
All right, so I got to. Now I'm at a 9.
Okay,
like
so
if I gotta
now
have one,
grab that feeling and all that it contains, and just push it down there. Cinnamon buns, way down there, small and down there. Let go of it. Okay. Notice I get him to do it with his own hands. That comes from NLP New Code. It adds to the effect. So leave it down there, Chris. Okay. And now get into a powerful state. What's you at your most victorious? I know you're extremely fit.
You know, when I'm doing, when I'm doing any kind of strength training, and I love handstand training. And if I go into my backyard and I just go into a handstand and I hold that for 15, 20 seconds, and I feel like stable.
Yeah.
Oh, so strong.
Now keep that feeling
controlled.
Right now.
Yeah.
And look at that now, down there, and notice how it's changed. And that's the collapse. It's as simple as that. Now shake it off.
I know how this works, and it still freaking blows me away, because I know what you're going to ask me next. I already know the answer.
Well, let you ask and answer it.
Yeah. So, where's the SUDS now? This is the point where we say, well, you were at a 9. Yeah, I got
what's the number now?
It's a 2.
Okay, it's a 2.
It's like, it's a 2, almost like it's not warm and inviting. It's cold and stale.
Nice. Okay, so let's erase the 2. Now remember, guys, don't stop at the person feeling better. When I studied with Dr. Larry Nims, he said that over and over. People feel better and they stop. No, erase that pecker. Get rid of it completely.
Here's the weird thing. When I was going through the first round with you, I actually had a hunger pang kicking in. It's gone now. Just by doing that.
All right, so now get back into it. Activate that 2 as much as you can. Push it as high as you can.
I'm gonna be like back in the kitchen looking at it.
Yeah.
It's impossible to push it even back up to an 8.
Okay, so what is it?
Like, man. My brain's scrambled from that already. I love this. It's such a great technique. I can get to a 3.
Okay, push the remnants of it. Leave it down there. Keep it all down there. Okay. Now, who do you love most in the world? Think of those people. Your family.
My
think
family,
of your kids.
my wife and kids.
Yeah,
my
think of them now.
Yeah.
Ollie, your dog.
Oh, this is a Freddie Jackman trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How strong can you make that feeling?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's...
And now look back at that and notice how it's changed and it's just disintegrating. Hold on to that good feeling.
Sneaky trick.
Wow. Try to get it back.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
I want to give you real-time feedback on this because I don't think anyone's ever done that particular. We teach that trick all the time, and I've never used it. The whole get in touch with people you love. How does that make you feel?
It's very powerful.
That is such a strong feeling.
It's a great one to erase the final vestiges.
Absolutely helps collapse that because it puts in like, oh, here's this cinnamon bun over here. That's just stupid compared to what you have in your life. And why do you want to be happy? Unconsciously, what starts going through my head is, I want to be happy and healthy and fit and strong. I don't need that crap. I have this.
Brilliant. Now think about it, guys. It is that quick. It actually, we took a little longer because we were explaining.
We're talking about it. Yeah.
But you can do it on yourself. This is absolutely amazing. And as I said, like Melissa Tier said, it's impossible for it to not change. You are linking together things in the circuitry of your brain with protein kinase C, building in new neural pathways. Just repeat until it's gone.
Right.
That's it.
So we do teach this inside of the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy. In fact, there's a whole lesson on it and many demos that probably took only about 6 minutes each. You can watch how this is done. You can learn it. You can help yourself and you can help others. You can get started for free with the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy. We have something called a test drive. You'll find it right on our website. We don't even need a credit card from you to sign up. It's completely free. And if you love it, which we're pretty sure you will, then you can decide if you want to become a member of the Academy. All right, so we'll put a link in the description under this video so you can check it out. We hope you use this. Definitely comment below on the video. Let us know how it works for you or the people that you work with this on. I think you're going to be amazed. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks once again, and good night.